The following is a talk given by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj on February 22nd, 2012 in Sri Mayapur, India. The talk was given on the disappearance day of His Holiness Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namane.
Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti
Namaste Saraswati Devi Obradhani Prachadine Nidishesha Sanyavadi Paschatada Satadine. Magakaroti Dachana Pangulangaya Tegirim Yatkita Tamahan Vande Sigurun Hinainam Parmananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Sram Namahum Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimati Tamal Krishna Goswami Iti Namane. Jai Srila Gurudev Ki Jai Srila Tamal Krishna Goswami Ki. I was the temple president in Calcutta when I first, actually I met Tamal Krishna Maharaj in San Francisco. When I joined there, he was there, but I know, as a doctor, I didn't really understand what was going on, but he was there. And so then, next time, he was made by Prabhupada the GDC for India. And I was the temple president in Calcutta. He was a very active GDC. He'd come and see what we're doing. And I think I caused a lot of headaches because he kept removing me. And Prabhupada said, no, you shouldn't remove the president. Try to train him up. So I was hard to train. Then he was sent to Mayapur to thy land with the Chutan. I was new in India. So he went with and he purchased the land. And each serial number of each bill, how sound ridiculous he was, he wrote down in the page after page of the deed. Each serial number, each bill. This is true. I paid for this and give it And then Prabhupada said, is it done? He said, yes, it's done. And he gave her the deeds to Prabhupada. So I saw how much like Prabhupada depended on him and how much he always fulfilled what Prabhupada asked. He was so much loving to Prabhupada and so much dedicated. I hope that I can learn from him and I can get his blessings. So he rode with us out in the trucks to Mayapur. We were together. He'd buy cement, steel, and ride with the trucks to make sure it was delivered. Because my Prophet said that the blood is this money for Mayapur is my blood. So you have to see that it's spent properly. It's easier to collect. It's harder to spend. We are very frugal spender. So with those words, we rode in the trucks. We're out, and Tamal Krishna, he was training us up. So then he went to America to do look distribution, as you heard, and later he came to Mayapur, and there was some 10 residents who were not in America. They're not happy with the way that he recruited the brahmacharis from their temples. But so that kind of was a two-camera system. So then Prabhupada said, okay, don't do like this solution. Don't do. You want to go to China or something? And Prabhupada, good idea. Yes. Now, he thought in the most wild place, mentioned in his mind, like sometimes people say so many things. But Prabhupada said, no, Krishna spoke to you. And then he took it up. And then Prabhupada said he took it up. And that was his life and soul. We can all learn from him how much he was dedicated to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki, Tamal Krishna Maharaj ki. And then, he was very serious. I went to see him a few times, I don't know how many times, in Hong Kong. And there he was planning how he was going. He told us one time he was there to sign some contract with a book publisher, and they offered him a cake. And they said, this is according to your diet. No meat, no fish, no eggs. Here. He said, well, what does it have? No meat, no fish, no eggs. Well, what does it have? I told you, no meat, no fish, no eggs. No, but just tell you it's made of cockroaches and grasshoppers. He said no thanks. That's all right. So he would share these things. Of course, later he was the one that had the DDC meet in the mornings and the afternoons, either do kirtan or do some readings, even more spiritual. I don't know why. Somehow we used to go to Bhakti Chumar's room, or some rooms, but gradually that stopped. Why? At least now we're having 4 days of the kirtan mela, and we've been doing that ever since his departure. I heard that from Nityananda Prabhu, the resident of Dallas, that they're doing a very big festival in Dallas and Houston, and he said that this year is the 40th anniversary of the deities of Kalajandi, and he said that they're releasing Tamal Krishna Maharaj's thesis, what he wrote. And I asked, what was the thesis on? He said, how Prabhupada was a theologian. He was also a scholar, because he's not just a preacher, like a charismatic leader. He also had sound theology, sound philosophy. So, like this, amongst the academicians, this contradiction is very important. Now, we are something that he had left, but we know that Prabhupada had taken him. He must, as usual, depend on him to do his duty, to do his order. So wherever he is, we know that he's with Krishna consciousness. And someone said he's with Srila Prabhupada. I'm sure that wherever Prabhupada is, he's there. So when Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur disciple said one day he was looking at the moon, and all the other disciples came around, and they asked, "What are you looking at?" He said, in the moon they become Brahmamukh, they become materialistic. We have to go there and tell them about Lord Chaitanya. So Bhakti Siddhanta is going to the moon, different planets. Prabhupada must be going to. Anyway, wherever he is in the spiritual world or here, I'm sure Srila Tamal Krishna Goswami is also there. We saw in Vrindavan how he carried out the will of Prabhupada. Just Prabhupada indicate. I wouldn't understand what that meant. And Tamal Krishna, like he could read his mind. He'd open the window, he closed the window, he'd do it. Right? And it's amazing. Everything that Prabhupada wanted, Prabhupada wouldn't speak in those days much. He just waved his hand and Tamal Krishna would understand. So I feel myself very fortunate, although I'm not I know that others are more close, but somehow he included me in his circle of friends, and he would invite me. Sometimes he took me on his Bathmobile for a ride. Sometimes we're together. So I appreciate very much his association. I think those devotees that have taken his shelter are very fortunate, and you have a great heritage to follow, because he was so dedicated to Guru, to Prabhupada, and he was always very, you can say, nithuna, very exacting in his service. Those who are serving him, someone said he was both, I think Guru Prasad Raj, he was both a rose as well as a thunderbolt. If you were inattentive, that's one side. Other side, he was very loving. So I offer my Pushpanjali altar to Tamal Krishna Goswami, and I offer my obeisances also to all my Satirthas and all the devotees present. All glories to Tamal Krishna Maharaj. Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare